What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time media seller, and it's all gone. Everything is gone. The shelves are empty. I don't have any kind of product available for sale. No more. And it's a weird week for me. I had some topics on my mind I'm going to discuss here as well. And kind of the main choke point in my reselling business right now, how I'm dealing with that, how I'm moving forward. We got what we're selling on Amazon, what we're sending into Amazon. As you know, I didn't sell anything on eBay, but it's all gone. I'm also going to cover that. No cuts today. We're just jumping right into things here. We're going to start off with the YouTube comment of the week. This is a very good comment as well. It came on the podcast, I believe. So I'm stuck. Well, first off, it's from Flappy Jack Speeder. I'm stuck in the research phase, thinking about flipping daily and doing zilch. Time to just list some stuff already. I'm sure I can figure out the nuances of packing and shipping once I have orders coming in. Great show, guys. We appreciate everybody that listens to the podcast. Me and Johnny have been doing it now for almost a year and a half. We appreciate all the 5-star reviews, all the views on the videos, all the great comments like this guy. And hey, he's got a point, right? There's so much content out there that you can just consume. But if you just went and did it yourself, you'd be leaps and bounds ahead of where you're at today, right? I always tell everybody, hey, I can guide you along the way, but if you're not willing to put in the time and the effort, then you're never even going to get off the ground at that point. So appreciate the comments as always. Now, where did everything go? Listen, you got to focus on what is working in your business today, right? You guys know I had an eBay store. I still have an eBay store. There's nothing in it, right? You can go look up my eBay store. I have 0 active listings. I just had to change my business model behind eBay. So going forward, the only thing that gets listed on eBay is going to be items with the average selling price of $50 plus, right? So a super premium ASP on eBay. I just can't devote the time. I mean, you guys seen the pile I used to have back there of the $20 stuff. It's just not worth my time to come here and list on eBay when I'm getting X amount of dollars through Amazon at a much faster pace. So it's a hard pill to swallow for me. I'm still going to continue to do eBay, right? I come across something that's worth $50, I'm still going to list it. But I got to factor in my time, my average dollar per hour if I'm working on Amazon or working on eBay. Sure, it's cool to have eBay sales. I know a lot of people that watch the channel are eBay sellers. So eBay's still going to exist. It's just going to be in a more premium format, right? When I sell something on eBay, I at least listed it for $49.99. So that's what happened. So I said, hey, I had a library sale, right? One of my libraries had their sale. I had like two car loads of books, basically 2 full car loads of books. And I needed to get rid of them. So taking them to a thrift store is an option, but it's a pain in the ass. Honestly, I'd rather have somebody come to me, take all of the books. So what did I do? I put a post out there. Hey, I got thousands of free books. And don't you know, somebody came along and said, hey, I'll take them. I got a car. It's going to take a few trips. So the other day, nice guy stopped by, took all my books. He's got a little local bookstore he works with. He's going to take some to 2nd and Charles. Hey, Mike, why didn't you just take them to 2nd and Charles? Well, the honest answer to that is the time spent at 2nd and Charles. I mean, you can only take 3 bins, right? I mean, the bins aren't even as big as this box. They're smaller than this box, but it's just not worth the time, right? I got to go. I got to drop it off. I got to come back later in 2-3 hours and get my $20 or $30. It's just no bang for your buck. But hey, different strokes for different folks, right? He said he had an eBay store. He had a local bookstore. You're going to take some to 2nd and Charles. At the end of the day, it's all out of my hands. So I wiped out my eBay store completely. He came, we loaded up his car 2 times. He didn't live that far away, so it really wasn't a huge hassle for me or for him. He'll be able to make plenty of money, right? Just because it's not worth it on Amazon doesn't mean it's not worth it on eBay. And just think of the stack of $20+ items that I had. I mean, right there is probably $500 alone that he's going to be able to make if he actually lists it on eBay. So that worked out for me, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be an ongoing relationship, right? So of course I had a conversation. Hey, I get books every single month. I don't have anything to do with it. Are you interested in taking these books off my hands? He said, of course. Well, we'll see how it goes, right? First time dealing with this gentleman, so we'll see if, when I get my next car full, if I shoot him a text, hey, you need more books? And he says, yes, then we have that relationship to always move the duds. That brings me to another thing, right? Storage unit. Mike, why the hell do you have a storage unit that's empty, right? It's because, like, oh, check me out. I'm a reseller. Look at all my reselling stuff. Even though that's Debs fabric. That's Debs fabric. Oh, check me out. Oh, look, my bubble wrap. I'm so cool, guys. I'm a billionaire reseller. I am downgrading my storage unit size from a 10 by 10. I might keep a 10 by 10. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that I'm downgrading size yet. I just don't need all of the space. I just need an area to process for Amazon, and I just need boxes. I mean, I can keep one bookshelf and my plastic supply guy over here, and one bookshelf. So I could probably get away with a 5 by 10. They raised the rent here again. So if anything, I'll switch to another 10 by 10 and I'll get back down. They got a summer special going on right now where you get like a few months half off. I'm almost up to $150 for this unit now. And when I first got it, it was $82. So like it's almost doubled. So it's time for me to move. That was another reason kind of to make this jump right now. I can get rid of everything. If I move, I can easily, take the shelves out. The bookcases are like halves. So they're two halves stacked on top of each other. So I can easily take those apart, reset them up if I go that route. But now is a good time to kind of, say, hey, I'm not going to spend an extra $90 a month just because it just doesn't make sense to me, right? Even though I make decent money, don't get in the habit of you make more, you spend more. Like that's how you never get ahead. I hear it all the time. These people make all this money and they're still living paycheck to paycheck. It just doesn't make sense for me. So that's kind of where I'm at with the storage unit, and hey, maybe I have this person that comes and takes my duds. My duds might not be your duds. Plenty of people, I had somebody reach out to me, hey, I want all your romance novels on Instagram. As much as I would love to set all my romance novels aside, and I know that's a feasible business, which is what is the time value to me, right? Everything in my reselling career and life comes down to how productive and how much time and how much money do I make for the time I spend. And honestly, it's gotten me leaps and bounds ahead of where I would be if I would just sit around and, try to do everything all at once. It doesn't work. In life, in reselling, you got to be focused. You can't be getting pulled a million different directions, and you need to focus on the highest capital producing task of your business. And for me, that's Amazon. Sure, eBay will exist just in a higher ASP model. So I got nothing, and it feels kind of good. Hey, don't tell the eBay sellers, but this is a blessing. I don't mind eBay. You guys know I was crushing on eBay for a while, right? When I had good quality stuff, it's just I don't always get the good quality stuff. This is just extras I get. It's not when I'm out of the thrift store. I'm looking at the kitchen mixers and the vacuums. This is just extra books that I come across that are actually no barcodes, no ISBNs that are worth it to sell over on the Fleabay. So let's get into the Discord comment of the week. If you didn't know, I got a private membership, $2.99, cheaper than a Happy Meal. I mean, with inflation, I might have to raise the price. That's all I'm saying. Nah, $2.99 gets you into the Discord, weekly coaching calls. Johnny hosts the eBay call. He had one last week. Really good call. He shoots straight, we got so many calls over there. It's definitely worth the $2.99. But the Discord comment of the week comes from Chris, also known as Lasting Days. Guys, this guy's been around for a while. He took me up on one of my free one-on-ones many, many, many years ago when I used to do free one-on-ones and people wouldn't even show up, right? I'd have like 10 one-on-ones scheduled on a day, maybe 2 people showed up. He actually listened and actually followed through. He's got a full-time media selling business now. He's doing taxes, bookkeeping now. So like, it's crazy to me how far some people can come if they actually dedicate the time and put in the work. He said, finally got a response back from the local cleanout company. Lesson here is to always follow up until they tell you to F off. Huge proponent of putting as many hooks out there, right? So Chris is like, hey, if I can partner up with somebody that's got the inventory, it makes my life easier. I can just pay them per piece, which he does. And he finally got a response back. I don't know how long he waited. I think he said it was a few months. And he just told them what he does. And they said, hey, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it. Do we drop him off to you? Do you come get him? So now he's just got to figure out the logistics, and he's good to go. The guy's a genius, right? I'm not going to take all credit for his success, right? I mean, he did start with me, a free one-on-one. I only take 99% commission. I'll let him keep a percent. That's how much of a nice guy I am. But the Discord's always full of good, different things going on over there. What are we selling on Amazon? Let's jump right on into this nonsense. Video games. We got Jack, the video game guy. He was on Tech's podcast, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. The dude he crushes it by himself, right? And he's super helpful. I mean, I have people in the Discord, they'll just ask a random question about something related to video games, and he takes time out of his day to he shoots straight. He tells you exactly, you know, what you need to do if you want to be successful selling video games or a part of your business, maybe that he has, you know, one up on. He's doing 7 figures by himself. So it's like such a huge resource. People like him in the community, like, it doesn't get no better when you have people out there that are willing to share their experiences, how to grow properly, tips and tricks you might not hear other places. I sold Call of Duty Ghost, brand new sealed, multiple copies. We sold them for $23.94. Profit was $15.49. I paid $1 a piece. I think I had 5 copies of these, and they all sold within the week they got checked in. So 15 times 5, $75 minus 5 for the buy cost, $70 profit. I don't have to use buy box in video games, but if it's new, everybody has the buy box, right? So video games, I try to always sell only the new ones. They're hard to come by, especially Xbox 360, Call of Duty Ghosts. But I mean, that game has a cult following. It was one of the better Call of Duty games. So yeah, we sold a lot of Call of Duty. We also sold Madame Secretary, the complete series. We sold it for $50.29. Profit was $34.64. Any complete series, for the most part, are usually always profitable on Amazon. The problem is, can you find them cheap enough? Because you don't come across, you know, it's not every thrift store you walk in, there's a complete series of, you know, Roseanne, Madame Secretary, The Walking Dead. It's always like 1 season, 2 seasons. I think I paid $6.99 for this from a Goodwill. So we still made, you know, close to $25 after fees. It was a fast seller as well. And the reason you eat $16 in fees is because the complete sets are bigger, they're heavier. So I mean, it just comes with the territory of selling complete sets. The last sale I got for you is a Bolo. Everybody should know this by now, but for those that don't, we have one of your good old Haynes repair manuals for the Chevy Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, Avalanche, and GMC Sierra, Denali, Yukon. Yeah, 1 million, over 1 million ranking books, right? So I mean, it doesn't sell often, but we sold it for $49.99. Profit was $34.69. This is a bigger, thicker Haynes manual. Some of them are really good. Another one is the Chilton. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Chilton. Any type of these like vehicle repair manuals, they still hold their value, right? Mechanics still need this stuff. They weren't heavily produced. Haynes, Chilton always scan this stuff, even if it's for, usually the older it is, right? You go back to like 70s, 80s, and you start getting those type of vehicle repair manuals, they actually go up in value. So when I see these, I always get excited. I'm like, this is probably going to be an accept. This one sold for $50. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay no more than $1 for it. So, and listen, there might be some grease on the book, right? The book might be a little beat up, right? You know, there might be a little bit of staining, some little dog earring. Just sell it as good. You people drive me nuts. Well, what if there's a little spot here? Is this going to be acceptable? No, everything good condition. Something like this, I'm pretty sure I remember this one. It was pretty beat up. It had like maybe some oil on it, right? And I was joking about it on one of the calls, like the mechanic probably is going to appreciate it, the fact that it's been used and has like some Pennzoil on it or something, because hey, that's just how them guys are. They're always filthy head to toe in car muck and whatever they have. So don't be scared to condition things as good if it's a little beat up. It's just a used book, right? We're not selling new jewelry. We're not even selling new books. It's used. We can get away with a lot. That's basically what I'm saying. A lot of you waste time when it comes to these types of things. And I'm not one to just be like, hey, I better make this very good. No, use good, get it out the door. One of my biggest pet peeves, as you all know. What are we sending to Amazon? Well, you already seen the book. Let me get my screen recorded here. Yes, I would like to record my screen. Sam Walton, Made in America. I paid 50 cents for this. This is the Walmart guy. It's basically, his whole family line is rich forever. $16 profit, sells all the time. You see here, this is a perfect example of people don't know what they're doing. We got 1623. Their repricer is probably competing with the lowest FBM and not the FBA. Or when they priced their book initially, they just didn't understand that you're not competing with FBM, right? That's why the used buy box is going to $26.94. Because Amazon says, hey, this person don't know what they're doing. It's going up to the $26. You see there's like 3 people there clustered. So that's what we're going to sell it at. Make over 15 bucks after fees. Easy peasy. Thank you, Wally World. I appreciate your continued support in making my family money. All right, next up. Al Green, brand new sealed. Yes, you can scan that barcode. Yes, this is how you can tell if it's actually sealed from the manufacturer. Brand new. This thing sells, at least once a week. New buy box. Amazon's at $13.38. We'll probably come in around a $12.98. Make $6. We paid $1 for it. Nothing special, but CDs add up. You can fit 175 in a box. If you make $5 per CD, you put 175 in the box. 5 times 175. My brain hurts. 575 times 5 is another 375. $875. You follow along? I know, that was fast. Hogan's Heroes. No idea. Everybody's gonna yell at me. You never seen Hogan's Heroes? I was born in 2002. This stuff wasn't out then. I'm just messing. I was born in 88, right? So a lot of you were like, you don't know? I already Benny. I forget his name already. The guy the DVD said is gonna make me hundreds of dollars. Benny something. Like, you don't know who Benny is? I'm like, it's before my time, right? Like, I don't know who these people are. New buy box is $20.95, $11.50 after fees. I think we paid $1 or $2 for this, so another $10 bill. No prep, right? No poly bagging. You just put a sticker. Now, another little tip and trick. I never put my FN SKU on the bottom. I always cover this one and I put it on the back, so it's easier for Amazon to scan and handle it. If you have it on the bottom, right, if it's on the conveyor belt, I just feel like if you just have it on the back, it's going to be better. It's just how I've been doing it for years. Cover the ones on the bottom with a blank 30 up and then put yours right there. That's all I got for you today. Weather's finally starting to get nice. Hopefully it is the same for you. It won't be next time you see me. I'll have a new storage unit because I got some time before I can actually get out of here. So yeah, things are changing for the better. You always got to focus on what's working in your business, and just remember, your business goes only if you go, right? That was kind of the epiphany I had this week. I was out sourcing and it was a terrible thrifting day and I wasn't finding nothing, and I was expecting to find stuff from these sources, and I thought to myself, like, this sucks some days. Like, if I don't get up and go do it, like, it's not getting done, right? I'm not making money. And that's the problem we all face as resellers is, when do we hire somebody? Do we start buying in bulk? What does that look like for you? There's so many different routes. But for my situation in particular, I'm stuck at this impasse where I definitely can hire somebody, but I plan on moving. Like, I look for houses every night on Trulia. So I'm at an impasse here where I have to be content with what's going on, and you have to accept that. Sometimes you can't always just be going. Sometimes you got to just stay the course, right? Keep things the way they are, and then you make that step when you do finally take the big, leap forward or leap backwards, whatever is going on. You can't always just do things just to do it. I definitely can use an employee. Deb can definitely use an employee, but hey, it is what it is. We gotta work with what we got in the situation we're currently in. When we cross that bridge, then all of a sudden we start making changes. So that's it for the video. I appreciate watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more useful videos. Bye bye.